Alright, good morning. I was having a problem with my radio. It's kind of an old radio. It's just a Pioneer, but I've had it for years. On my 91 Toyota truck, it decided it wanted to, certain buttons stopped working and stuff like that. So we went out and we purchased a new radio. And this is it right here. Very lightweight compared to my other one. But it does have a USB and it has Bluetooth and all that good stuff with it. So I'm trying to see if I can hook it up. The good part is this connector here that came out of the old radio, it has all its connections still, because I did have it hooked up at a shop by a stereo guy. So I kind of know that from these wires here that get hooked into the back of the actual radio, these wires are compatible with these wires. So that is the good part. That what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually unhook these at the wing nuts areas. Try not to take too many off at one time because I don't want to get crazy. And then I'm going to hook these up into their places so that I can just see if I get power to the radio before going crazy and connecting. All these other wires here are speaker wires. The main wires I'm looking at right here are these 4 wires. And it would be the orange. The blue is irrelevant on both, because the blue is just literally like a power for if I have a power antenna. I do not have one of those, so I'm okay, so that's irrelevant. So I'm just looking at literally the black, the red, and the orange. Those are the only wires I'm looking at. I'm going to do that, and those will be compatible with my yellow, red, and black. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that just to see if I have power. Alright, so I went ahead and I connected the yellow, the red, and the black. Okay? And I did go ahead and I did put the mechanism into the back. I'm going to show you just in case, because I did it and then I totally forgot to record it. Okay, so I'm connecting this into the back of the thing back here. And you just got to click in, and it's kind of hard, but, you get it in there. And then I went ahead and I put my keys in the ignition because I wanted to turn it on to make sure that when I do hit the power button, it does show welcome. Okay? So that's telling me, yes, I do have power. And now, since I have power, that's awesome. And now I'm going to go ahead and hook up some speakers so that I can make sure that everything is sounding right before I do put everything back together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this part again. I'm going to look at where all the speakers are connected at, and I'm going to go ahead and hook up those. Speakers are kind of self-explanatory. It does say it right here. So it does say if I have the 2 violet or purple ones, that if it has a black strip on it, which is this one, that will be my rear negative, and this will be my rear positive. Okay? And then my green ones are also going to be my rears, and then the white and the gray are my fronts. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do now. I really don't have any rear because I'm in a truck, but I do have some speakers that came with this radio that I might hook up into the back just because. So let me go ahead and get that together, and I will get back with you. Once again, this is a tutorial on how to hook up a radio, replacing an old one that came out of your vehicle. And like I said, I just got lucky because these wires were professionally put in before, and all I'm doing is taking them off one by one to make sure I have them properly installed. And like I said, I do have power. I will get back to you as soon as I hook up it so we can see what it sounds like.
Play this up-tempo music.
Okay, so what I did was I actually hooked
right now to win your
the speaker wires just for now, so I can hear if it's sounding. And as you can hear,
it's like watching the night skies.
Alright, so the one thing I just want to let you guys know is make sure you do hook up the antenna Okay? So you want to make sure that's hooked in when you're starting it. The best thing to do is, if you do not already have it hooked in and you're not savvy, understandable of your wiring, do not do this. Okay? Honestly, I have been doing radio wiring basically all my life in all cars. I have a 69 Chevy Nova, and we've always changed the radio ourselves. Just a few years ago when I got my truck, well, I got my truck in 91, and I actually updated the radio, and I wanted to make sure it was done properly because I kept having a short, and that's when I went down and paid to have it installed. And at the time it was like 25 bucks. But it's actually paying off, which is good, because I actually had speakers installed at that time too. Because my truck only came with these little speakers here. And then I used to have a box in the back for my truck. And everything back in the day. So now I'm a little older and I just want to have a radio and enjoy myself. And now I have a truck to take my dogs places. So I hope this helped you out on how to replace and install a radio. The next thing I'm going to do is, this is not the one for it, it's in the house, but this actually will just slide into here, okay? And these little things in here, you will push down or up, and that will secure it in there. And then once you do that, you will literally just slide your radio in, and it will click on these sides into the new casing, okay? Then you'll just put it in there and it'll be all secure, and you won't have to worry about trying to pull it out. The only one thing I regret is I thought I got one with a detachable face, which is something like this, where you just basically pop the button and the face comes off, and that's what I was hoping to get. Also, it had a cassette before. I did not get it with the cassette. This one I did. I bought at Walmart, the new one. And it does come with, like I said, USB. It has auxiliary, so if you want to play stuff on your thing. Plus, it's also Bluetooth compatible. So you see here, I can answer the phone and stuff like that. And there is a little microphone up here at the top, right here. So that's a plus thing. Once I get it all installed, I'll see how that really acts. But basically, it was just trying to tell you how to go ahead and hook up a radio and replacing it with an older radio. Okay? Like I said, once again, I hope this helped you. When I do these on YouTube, I try to explain that some people are scared, and women in general feel they can't do things. Well, I'm letting you know that I am a woman over 50 years old, and yes, it can be done. Takes a lot of patience. Look on YouTube videos. That's what I did too, to make sure when I was doing other things on my vehicles. So, really, like I said, I really hope this enjoyed. I really hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully I can make other YouTube videos in the future. Thank you for watching.